Howdy YouTube family. Today is an adventure vlog that I'm showing you. So I just got done with the experience on the Halcyon Starcruiser, which is in Disney World. So some of you guys may have heard of it, some of you may have not. It's the Star Wars hotel. It's actually kind of like a cruise ship. You're on land, but it's set up kind of like 2 full days that you're on a cruise. That is a fully immersive experience, and it feels like you're in the Star Wars galaxy, surrounded by a bunch of Star Wars stuff. And for me, a Star Wars nerd, for those of you who follow me on Instagram and other social media outlets probably know that I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. Me and some buddies all went, and I'm gonna show you the experience now, so let's get into it. You board the Halcyon. I'll just tell you that it's kind of breathtaking when you first walk in and you just see how everything is themed so specifically for Star Wars, like a high-end luxury cruiser that you're on. Then you're taken straight to your room. They deliver your luggage for you, and they kind of give you a little tour of the ship. The room, you can't see it as well on camera, but in person, every little detail makes you think that you're in the Star Wars universe. The screen that you're on there, the outdoors is actually a screen, an LCD screen that shows space, and it really looks like you're in outer space. I think you hit the white button. Droid link, yeah.
Hey, that elevator ride messed me up a little bit. My motion, my
Did it?
equilibrium. Yeah, because I was looking at that screen.
We barely moved.
So I feel like I'm moving right now. For
This
real.
is sweet.
We're in space right now.
Holy crap.
They are. Contact me if anything changes. Oh, it's a new passenger. Hello, and welcome aboard.
Hi. So our
Nice to
room
meet
droid is really cool. You become attached to her. She kind of plays to the storyline with you as things are going on, events are taking place, and she'll also kind of cue you into story beats when maybe you need to get to the main atrium or anything. Now I picked the top bunk, and I'll tell you, it's cool. It's large enough to fit a 6-foot man, but it's firm. It's a firm mattress. Now this is the dining room. Now they do a buffet style breakfast and lunch, and they do a sit down fancy dinner. Very good food. The Starlight Lounge. This place is awesome. You really feel like you're inside a Star Wars cantina with the theming, the cocktails that they make, really good cocktails, and the sabacc that you can play. Bridge training is definitely one of the best things that you're going to do on the Halcyon, where they truly simulate like you're in space and you're helping kind of pilot the ship and also deal with some kind of unexpected things that pop up, and you may even have some characters from the Star Wars universe pop in, like Chewbacca here for my bridge training, and they even blast you into hyperspace, which really feels awesome. So eventually the First Order boards the ship, and stormtroopers are roaming around, Imperial officers, they're questioning people. It's all part of the storyline, and you can play it however you want. You can be a part of the good side or the bad side or the gray side. Then the international superstar Gaia shows up singing. She's a whole vibe. And then the following day you get to go to Batuu, a special transport straight to Batuu in Disney World. You even get lightning lane passes to the Smuggler's Run, I believe, and to Rise of Resistance.
Hot as hell. So hot. Blazing hot. Sweating.
After you get back on the ship from Batuu, you end up going to more training. With my storyline, we ended up in lightsaber training. Now, for me, this felt very real. If you're a Star Wars fan, you're a big fan of Jedi and the Force and lightsabers, if you have any kind of creativity and imagination, you can kind of really suspend your disbelief and imagine that you're using the Force and that this is all very real, and they do a good job with it.
Playing Hollow Sabacc here. Got friends over there.
By the evening of the second day, the story is really starting to reach a climax. Big characters are showing up on board. You have people like Ray showing up. She's smuggling on board. She's trying to help us and trying to, thwart the First Order. Now you have the option to play this either way, like you do with the whole storyline. You can be helping her, like I am, or you could maybe be helping the stormtroopers and Imperial officers hunting her on ship. So some of you may think, oh, well, this must be for kids or whatever. Granted, there are definitely like 12-year-old girls and stuff here playing along. You will find 50-year-old adults playing characters, 30-year-olds. Everyone who's a Star Wars fan from 5 to 90 is on board playing. Here she force tricks the stormtroopers into not seeing us and moving along. Now this is a key mission that I got sent on as part of a Resistance agent, and I was pretty integral in being able to take back control over the ship with some of the hacking that I had done on my data pad and some of the things I was doing in the engineering room here.
Stolen earlier today from the surface of Corellia by passengers of this ship that, according to the brave surviving TIE fighter pilots,
it seems as though we could all...
Now Gaia is definitely on the side of the Resistance, and she's trying to use her presence on the ship to distract the Imperial agents.
change the opinions of an entire galactic system.
I don't know that those opinions exist throughout an entire galactic system. I mean, this is a microcosm of the galactic system, and yet...
Then there's a muster drill, an emergency drill. Something's going on here. We're being boarded, and Kylo Ren shows up.
I will share your assessment in turn. Captain.
So, of course, good always wins. Rey has the holocron. The day is saved, and we have booted off the First Order and Kylo Ren from the ship. Key characters on board can call out certain passengers who have done really great works for them on their side, and this is kind of cool, kind of recognizes people who played along. And then there's a celebratory fireworks show in true Star Wars fashion, which is played to Star Wars music, and for any Star Wars fans like myself and my buddies here, it was a really moving kind of moment. Meal on the Halcyon before we leave. And on the last meal, they serve something called the Meteor Egg here. And I'm going to show you a little bit what it looks like. We'll cut into it. It looks kind of like a sausage ball. But once you cut into it, you realize it is sausage wrapped around an egg and boiled, I think. Yeah. Kind of messy for real. Well, it's over. The experience was about 48 hours of time, and I gotta say, it's like a whirlwind. It feels like it was a year ago that we went on that Starcruiser, and it feels like we just got started at the same time. It's really weird how they do that, and time moves so fast, but it also feels really weird to be like on planet Earth again. And it's kind of melancholy actually for Star Wars fans when you go on this kind of experience and then you finish it and you get out, you're like back to normal world with normal looking stuff and normal beds and no Twi'leks walking around, and it's kind of like, oh man, that sucks. I'd like to go back. I want to do it again. Maybe they can year to year change up the storylines and things like that, but even if they don't, I would maybe go back and do it again, because I was told that if you go back and do it at a separate time, you can pretty much play through the storyline totally separately. So I don't know if you noticed from what I was doing in the clips, but you're picking out missions. Your database on your phone is being, uploaded with new things you should be doing, barcodes to be scanning, people you should be connecting with or talking to be able to create a plan to like help out either the First Order or help out the Resistance. So it was really immersive in that sense that you could pick whichever path you wanted to go. And even amongst the Resistance side of things, you could either be a smuggler type, you could be more of a Jedi type where you play along with like the Force storylines. I was more of a Resistance type, so while I was Force sensitive and I was a Jedi the second day, I was more of a Resistance fighter and less of the Jedi pathway. And actually I wanted to go the Jedi pathway, but there's very specific things you have to do to get that pathway to open up and for you to get invited to those secret missions. And I just didn't do enough of those things. So I guess that's why you can go back and do it again and have a kind of different whole experience from what I understand. So I will be excited to do it again. I am kind of sad it's over, but we are at Disney Springs now. We're gonna go to Epcot and do some other stuff around the parks for the next few days. So I'm sure I will find a way to, remedy my sorrows. But I highly recommend it. You guys should do it. If you like Star Wars at all, or you have loved ones that are Star Wars fans, I think that you would really be into it. And until the next adventure or nurse anesthesia talk, that's both out. Behind the scenes bonus footage, we are at Epcot and I'm gonna show you guys, we're gonna head over and ride the Guardians of the Galaxy, the brand new ride. We managed to get on the queue, we lucked out. We're gonna ride that Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind now. Now here's the spin on this. I get motion sickness pretty bad since I've been an adult. And this ride is supposed to trigger some nausea. So I took my Zofran. We're gonna go see how sick I get.
You mean the plan that didn't go according
Things that we did that was probably not the best idea is we rode Mission Space right before this ride because we rope dropped it first thing in the morning. We don't want to wait. We did ride the green, kind of like lower intensity version, but it still left me feeling a little bit queasy. So we're gonna see if that messes me up.
500,000 years. Assuming you had a ship that could fly at the speed of light.
Well, I made it. I did not puke. It is an awesome ride. I highly recommend it, you guys. It's kind of like Space Mountain indoors, but set to some rock and roll music and better graphics and stuff, like screens moving around. It can make you a little queasy, I will tell you. The seats move a lot and it's pretty darn fast. But I think if you take a Zofran or something beforehand, you should be okay, even if you get motion sickness. So now we're gonna eat some classic Epcot treat, school bread, and hang out here, and we'll see the fireworks tonight. So this, highly recommend, and our little ducky friend likes it too. Don't bite me now. Some of that? You like that? Are you a Disney cast member? You part of my house? Today's our last day at Disney, and we're about to have the Festival of Lights, I think it's called, or Harmonious at Epcot. And I'm gonna show you some clips from it.
I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any